And I'm going to start working on a project here, and that's really where I want to start. Is a lot of people fail to work with a project file, and that makes your files so much better, and your organization much better. So we first thing when you start a project is you want to create a project folder. So we're going to go up here into File and go down here into Set Project. Now, this is what you would do if you already had a project. Now, if you're starting from complete scratch, like I'm going to do, you're actually going to go into the project window. So I'd click on here. And then really what you want to do is find the location. We're going to say new here. I'm not going to name it quite yet, but I am going to find where I want to put this project folder. And really I can go wherever I want to find that. I'm just going to put it on my desktop for right now, just to show you that you can move it around. For example, if you're in school or somewhere, you can put it back and forth onto, a portable drive or something like that. So I'm going to just select that main desktop folder, and I'm going to give it a name here. And I like to give it a descriptive name of what I'm working on. And I am going to be doing a first person game. I'm going to just use FPS for that. And it's going to be a space research station. And I'm just going to call it Space Research for now. And really don't need to change any of these. These are going to be folders that are going to be created on their own. We're just going to hit accept. Now, as soon as you do that, nothing really changes visibly with Maya. However, if I were to go and save something, for example, let's see, or just create a sphere. If I go save and say save scene, you'll notice where is it immediately saving it. It's saving it to the desktop into a folder called FPS Space Research and in the Scenes folder. And so I'll just call this Scene Test 1, and we'll hit save. And we'll go ahead and do that. And then let's say, okay, I'm going to start a new scene. Right? And this time I'll create a square, right? And now I'll say File, Save Scene, as well. And you'll see I'm in that same exact area. I'm just going to call this scene 2, all right? And we'll just hit save, right like that. Great. Now, what do we do here is I want to open a new scene. So file, open scene. Where does it take me? Same exact location, right? Because it's working in this project folder, and it opens up my scene 1. Right? Now, let's say I closed down Maya, right? So we closed down Maya. So Maya's been closed, and I just wanted to show you, right, here's my desktop, and here's this folder that was created, and FPS Space Research, and inside it created all these extra folders, and right in there's my my files. Now, this can be moved to somewhere else. Like, we could totally do that. I'm going to go ahead and put this into a different folder here. I'm just going to grab this and put it right into here. All right, just so we can use that instead. And I will close this and I'll just delete this one off the desktop. Right, so it's gone, and like, what is Maya going to do? But this is still on my F drive right over here. And you can see that if I go into here, I can, see this. Now, what a lot of people will do is they'll go in and they'll double click on a Maya file. Don't want to do that, right? That bypasses a lot of things. And it's also a great way to get some files corrupted. So avoid doing that. So what I want to do next is reopen up Maya and go ahead in there, and we want to set the project folder. So this would work as if we were working on a different computer, if we were going from home to work or school, and we were like, hey, we want to use that project folder, all right? So what do we do with that? and I do this even if I haven't changed my project folder recently, is I go up here to File and I say Set Project. Now, you see where it put me? It's back to the sort of default place, right? Because that previous project folder doesn't exist. So I'm going to go and find my F drive, and I'm going to find that project folder right there, right? That has all of those pieces in there, right? Now, I don't want to go and into it. I want to make sure I'm selecting it from the highest level, right? And I'm just going to say set. Now let's see what happens. We say File, Open Scene, and look, it takes us right to our scene folder, and can go right into that, which is super, super cool, and allows us to do that. And the neat thing about this is that if I show that folder right on here, is I'm going to be putting any of my bitmaps and textures and all that kind of stuff into these various folders. Any scripts that I use, any sounds, anything like that will go into this area. Any renders will go into my images folder, previews and things like that. So those are all extremely helpful way of doing this. Always, always, always use a project folder.